What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. Live Farmer 73 here. How you doing, MTGV Crime Podcast? How you doing, Sister Crafty Leo in the house? How you doing? It's good to see y'all in here. Um, I'm gonna leave what I was doing yesterday alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Uh, what I want to talk about today. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me two thumbs up if you can hear me and see me. Because I've been playing with technology entirely too much today. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Give me two thumbs up if you can see me and hear me. All right. Thank you. I'm getting two thumbs up. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Everybody coming in the room, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me two thumbs up if you can hear me and see me. We're doing all right. I'm gonna jump right into it. I want to say hello to everybody coming in the room. I'm not gonna do a whole roll call because, good Lord, it's a lot. I appreciate everybody for being in here. Um, I titled this "The Best Money That I Ever Spent," and I meant it. I want to be honest tonight because I just got through watching African Dreaming's Friday Faves, and Precious SoCal Gardner was on there, and it really inspired me to really start saying some stuff that I think need to be said. So I wanna kind of piggyback off of that. If you don't know anything about it, it's over on African Dreamers channel. They just had it maybe a couple hours ago. I've been out here gardening for the last, well, all freaking day. Bro, what's going on? So this is what I want to talk about. I want to be honest, cut the crap, cut the doo-doo, and get right to it. Hold on, let me turn this volume down. I want to talk about everything I'm going through right now with the homesteading, the gardening, the YouTube, the everything. I really want to talk about that right this very minute. And I want to be honest so everybody can get a real uh feel of what I'm dealing with. And a lot of people is going through it. The reason I wanted to touch on Precious SoCal Gardner, her interview today on African Dreamers channel, is because she said something I said years ago. You do not need acreage to grow food. You don't. I've been proving it for years. You don't need that. And as a matter of fact, I was contesting it for a long time, and somebody took it out of context of what I said. I didn't say don't go buy land. I said you do not need acreage to purchase food. I mean, to have a garden or food or anything of that nature. Hello to everybody coming in the room. Welcome. Happy Friday. Listen, I'm going to keep it 1,000 right now. It's hard. She said something about everybody running out and getting land, which is true. And I have been saying people should get land, and you should. But I just want to put into perspective about this gardening. Number one, why are you doing it? Don't just go out running, starting a garden because of something you just felt like you needed to do because you saw it on YouTube. Purchasing acreage of land, and you have never ever been out of the city limits. You don't know, you don't have a clue what you're doing. I want to be honest. This is coming from my perspective, and trust and believe I've done this. This is my third go round at this. It is hard. Period. You know, I think it may be even harder with the situation that I'm in, which is I'm stuck between two properties. I'm slowly moving to another property, and the problems are, money. It I'm not trying to go into debt. If I wanted to, everybody is running. Let me rewind. Everybody is purchasing land, but they're doing it butthole backwards. It reminds me of the tiny house thing, right? Where everybody wants to live in a tiny house, but they forgot the reasons why people was building or living in tiny houses, so you can afford it. Remember that, everybody? Anybody remember the reason why people was getting into tiny houses? They were getting into tiny houses because they were affordable. You can build one yourself. They're easy to maintain. And if don't nobody like it, you can pick the sucker up and take it somewhere else. And the best part about it, you were debt free. That was the that was the reason behind tiny houses. And it's become so trendy that now nobody cares about the reason for the tiny house. They just want to say, I live in a tiny house. They just They'll go out and pay $250,000 to live in a doggone refrigerator box, really, with windows. And it doesn't make any sense. So there's reasons behind all of this. We bought land with our cash savings because I don't want to be in debt. That is one of the sole reasons for purchasing land, to get away from this system of the way they do things, and to be, there go my air conditioner, and to be out of debt. Can y'all hear me okay, or is that too loud? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because my air conditioner just cut on and I don't want to run in the house and cut it off. You can hear me okay? Okay. I was hoping it was drowning out the noise. Okay. So people are running out purchasing land hand over fist. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up if you can hear me. Thank you. They're going out purchasing land, but they're going to the bank and borrowing $500,000. The housing market sucks so bad right now that no matter what you sell your house for, it's really not going to cover what you're trying to accomplish. It sure the hell ain't going to cover $500,000 worth of land. Then kicking into the reality of it all. Who do you have there helping you? Who do you have there helping you? I'm not talking about just because you got a family. I got a family. Everybody keeps saying, dang, Led, where Lady Led at? Dang, Led, where Princess Led? Where's Little Led? Where's Superman? My family got stuff to do. So I had two alternatives. I can either do what I normally do as a man and go set out on this adventure and start making a foothold in this project myself, which that's what you see me doing on Freedom Acres, or I can wait until we all have time to do it. That This is 2024. Your time, everybody is investing in silver, gold, and precious gems and blah blah blah. I'm investing in time. Everybody can miss me with that precious jewels and precious stones and precious metals. Miss me with that. I'm investing in time because it's more precious than anything on this planet. So I have to go get started myself. So my question to you is, do you have time to start doing all of this work by yourself? Just because you married, just because you got somebody live with you, does not mean they're gonna help you. And if they help you, that don't mean they're gonna help you 100% as much as you need them to help you. People are running out here. They're purchasing land, but they're doing it the wrong way. They're doing the tiny house technique. And instead of getting out of debt, they're head diving first into debt. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm just trying to figure it out. Um, Working, how many people know how big 1 acre is? Anybody? Do you know how big 1 acre is? It's a football field. I don't know if you've ever been to a high school or professional football stadium. That's how big 1 acre is. 1 acre. If you were in high school and you ran track or you played sports or y'all just had to go out there for gym, do you remember running around that track inside of that football field? Does everybody remember that? Everybody had gym, and I know y'all mamas didn't write y'all no notes, so you ain't have to go to gym. Everybody had to run around that track to get a grade. Do y'all remember that? You remember running around that track and feeling like your heart is in your back pocket? You left it back there somewhere. The teacher asked you where you was going. You was like, I'm going looking for my heart because I think it fell out around the bleachers somewhere. Okay, that's 1 acre. That is 1 acre. How long do you think it would take you to cut the grass with a push lawnmower on a football field? I'm just trying to put things into perspective for people that's thinking of purchasing land. How long do you think it'll take you with a push lawnmower? A push lawnmower with no automatic wheels on it, just a push lawnmower to cut the grass on a football field. Now let me step it up for you. How long do you think it would take on a 42-inch wide cutting blade lawn tractor? Y'all see how long it take me out here on this property. Oh. So imagine this. We're just talking about cutting the grass. I'm trying to be as honest with you. I'm giving you my life right now, okay? I'm letting you borrow my life for a minute. We're just talking about cutting the grass. We're not talking about cutting the grass and maintaining a garden. We're not talking about maintaining livestock. We're not talking about maintaining fruit trees and fruit and vegetable shrubs. We're not talking about taking care of beehives. All we're talking about is cutting the doggone grass. 1 acre is hard. Y'all seen me live, and this is why I can't stand living in the city. Because I don't know why your muffler gotta be that loud. Like that makes you more of a man because your muffler is freaking off. Why do people do that? That sounds so whack to me. Listen to this. This idiot is like nowhere close to my house and you can hear his muffler. This is what make me want to leave. I love my house, but it's always little subtle reminders like that that lets me know I gotta go. One acre. When y'all see me, sorry about that quick rant. God, that's whack. I don't know where people get that from. That I've never thought that was, slick at all my whole life. Anyway, my land is some of the best money I've ever spent in my entire life. But I don't want nobody to ever think that it's easy, because it ain't. It just ain't. It's not. As a matter of fact, it's discouraging at times. It's discouraging because your visions are larger than your wallet. Your visions are larger than your wallet. And you can see and dream up a billion different scenarios, but your wallet was like, maybe next year. So I wanted to let everybody know that part about the homesteading, planting your fruit trees. When y'all see me working and digging and planting those fruit trees and everything, when that camera goes off, I damn near pass out. The other day when I did the live, when I was out at Freedom Acres, I planted those trees live. And when that camera went off, I sat in that chair beyond it getting dark. I just sat in a chair out in the open until creatures start walking past me. And I just didn't even care. I was so tired. I just didn't even care. Because you're doing it by yourself. And it's hard to do. It's hard to accomplish anything because everything you do, everything that you plant in the ground, now you got to take care of it. Every livestock that you bring to your land, now you have to make sure it's fed. Now you have to make sure it's safe, right? And the part that I said is kind of hard for me going back and forth, I got to drive hours back and forth. I know I'm making this look like, oh, he just round the corner. This is a drive for me. I fell asleep at a red light coming home from Freedom Acres. I was at the light on the bridge that I always talk about I hate. I was on at the light and somebody woke me up with their horn. I'm just knocked out sleep. Like, so driving back and forth is a doozy. And I can't stay out there all the time because I have to handle business here. And I can't stay here all the time because I have to maintain out there. So I'm bleeding money just driving back and forth because gas prices is going up through the roof, right? So I'm maintaining my home here. I've even started I don't know if y'all can see, I done started my garden. Y'all see all that mess back there? Look back there. That's where my chicken coop used to be. All of that stuff I got to take to the dump because I'm clearing everything out. You can see my whole garden area now. It's all clear. It's nothing there no more. Not a whole bunch of fruit trees. That's all out of Freedom Acres. All this stuff here, not my tractor, but all this junk right here is on its way to the dump. And that's going to be cleared out too. You see all that? And I just started my container garden back up because we got to grow food. That's the other part. Don't stop growing food. You can't stop growing food. I got food growing out there and I got food growing here. And it's certain trees that I can't take yet because I'm like, we still need stuff here. Until the time that we have to go, we still have to get it. So all day I've been planting seeds. I got my I got my plants out here getting some. Well, it was a little sunny earlier. I got my raised bed loaded with seeds and ready to go. I got plants inside that need to come outside and get acclimated. You can't stop growing food. You can't say that's enough on the homestead. I mean, you can't say, okay, I'm here on the homestead, that's it. And you still need fresh food here too. I still live here too. So it's like, it's exhausting. And I just don't, I've heard somebody ask me certain questions and tell me what they've done and accomplished purchasing land. I just don't want people to go in this thinking this is some kind of fantasy, like some kind of, you know, Disney movie. The work, the hard work starts once you got that deed in your hand. And I pray to God that you have a deed in your hand and not a banknote. That's the whole purpose behind all this. I pray that you get a deed and not another banknote, not a mortgage. Let me see. I'm gonna go in here real quick. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I'm just spilling my guts. I'm out here gardening just to get my mind off of the business aspect of it all. I used to come out here and garden because it felt good, you know, and it still does. It still helps me just to just hear the birds, just put something in the ground and just listen to the world. Besides that dude, that ragged ass muffler. Um, I see one here. I want to see. Yes, it is overwhelming. Uh, Antonio says, "Blessings. I'm picking up my deed in a few weeks, man. Congratulations, congratulations. All right, man, that's a major accomplishment. So am I tripping, y'all? When I'm outside, I don't need my glasses that much. I guess it's the way the sun hit my eyes or the light hit my eyes. Congratulations, brother. Am I tripping, or do y'all understand? I just want listen. My reality say got mine, bro. No, you got you on point. Amen. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got one. Said we're just looking at 14 acres for sale. Okay. I'm glad and congratulations, and I hope you get it. My question to you and to everybody, when you get that acreage, what are your plans? And I do want to talk about something else too. Speaking of that, congratulations. Everybody right now, if you've purchased land or you're in the process, what are your plans? Now you got it. What you gonna do with it? That's my question. And I'm looking for y'all answers. Sweet Thumb said, not tripping. It shouldn't be this, I think, hard of an idea to do what comes natural. I'm not shouldn't be this had of, and I'm not quite sure what you're saying, Sweet Thumb, but doing what comes natural, um, yeah, time won't allow that. And that's my biggest commodity. That is my investment. That's the best investment. Hard. Okay, I got you. Sandra says, no, the city is hard to live in when you want solitude. Amen to that. Don't even get me started. Say, me too. Back and forth, not easy. No, it is not. because when I'm out there, I don't want to ever come back here. That's a true feeling. I just don't want to come back here. But then when I come back here and lay next to my wife, I don't want to leave here. You know. Hey, Karen and Thomas, how y'all doing? Say we plan on growing a food forest. Is it just you two? Is it just you guys doing it? Like, how are you going to maintain it? Because that's a real true question. Unfortunately, some things that I've never really wanted to do, I'm going to have to do. Like, I'm going to have to put in drip irrigation, timers, stuff like that. I'm just going to have to do it. Hey, Tampa's Creek Homestead. My plans is to grow all my food, raise all the food we consume, as well as medical herbs. My goal is to be self-sufficient. I agree. I agree. But boy, is it hard. That's all a lot of work. Because that's my goal too. But God, it's I mean, even if I had Lady Led next to me helping me 24/7, it's a lot of work. It really is. Gina, how you doing? Gina Siska says, my husband and I have a 25-year-old son. Was okay. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Trapped in Enjoyment says, trying to get all the family. Okay. Trying to get all my family members to move on one location, build some homes, raise some livestock, put in a fishing pond, grow an orchard, and some food, etc. Putting all your family on the land is just as hard as maintaining all of those acres by yourself. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, my father used to have a saying. My father used to say, too many grown folks ain't got no business living together. Too many grown folks ain't got no business living together. Because it's going to always be some stuff, you know. I'm not going to touch on the subject. And matter of fact, that'll be a whole nother video. And I hope you've joined us for having family members move on your land. We might just touch on that tonight if we keep on going here, keep it going. Iris says, good afternoon, Led. Me just getting home from work and have some stuff and grocery seed planted garden for the grow. Okay, sweet, sweet. Jewel of Wisdom, are you also prepping your current home for sale? That's a lot of work too. We're not selling anymore. That just made everything harder. I'm not selling. I'm not selling this house. I don't have much longer to finish paying it off, and house prices. Uh, Precious SoCal Gardner touched on something today, and house prices, the prices of land, period, or houses are through the roof so high, especially in the area that I'm in. I would almost be a fool to sell this house. If I sold this house, I could get everything done in a snap, like without even looking. But to sell this house in this location right now would be would be like shooting myself in the foot. I had to think about it on a business term. I had to take my feelings and my emotions out of my situation and also add in the business aspect of it. And when you put it in the business aspect, it don't add up. So I'm preparing to move but to keep my property at the same time. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm moving all the things, I'm fixing everything to either lease it out in the near future, but I'm leaving a few things here. Cali Homesteading with Pooh Bear says, I'm growing my own food, trying to start a small nursery to sell, raise my animals, working my business, and working hard in the ministry. Okay, all right, okay. The thing is, everybody is naming a whole bunch of stuff, good stuff, but damn, it's hard. That's a lot. I mean, just planting fruit trees out there is just like, whoo, whoo, backbreaking. And I think sometimes we overload our workload. So that's a great goal, but a lot of work and not enough time to do everything. Hey, I'm so glad I read that because that's the truest thing I've read so far. All of this sounds great, you guys. It all sounds great. But oh my God, there is just not enough time in the day or enough years in a lifetime to get all this stuff done. Let me see. Let me see. Totally understand, lad. It sounds like you're torn between two. I have maintained my acreage homestead alone, but by the grace of God, it gets done. Amen. It gets done, but golly, too old and tore up to really farm, but I grow what I can. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Thank you for that, Rakim Wise. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm way behind, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, she is sunshine. Do you think there's an advantage of living in Miami by the ocean and Everglades where wildlife is plentiful? Do I think there's an advantage in living in Miami? That's almost like that's a personal question. I mean, if you like Miami, if you like Florida, I love Florida. So that's to each his own. You might not like alligators, you might not like turtles, I don't know. You might not like the sticky, humid weather. So, that's a question that you would only have to know yourself. Okay, JB says 12 acres and newly, ooh, boy, y'all be hitting me with some dingers. 12 acres and newly divorced, but no time to complain. Got to get it done. There you go. Sometimes I want to say sorry for your loss in that, but then sometimes maybe it was like, congratulations. I never know how to take that, you know. North Carolina Garden, how you doing, little sister? Say, husband and I have 5 years left on this house, looking for 3 acres and a small bedroom house afterwards. Time to relax and enjoy life. My garden and bees and chickens. Simple as that. That's now that sounds realistic and doable. It really does. T. Perry says, I'm pulling up on 60 and it's hard to find that balance. I would love to have 5 acres, but I don't think I can maintain the acreage at my age, but I'll be happy with 1 or 2 acres. There's nothing wrong with buying a lot of acreage. If you acquire a lot of acreage, that doesn't mean you got to cut all the trees off of it. You see what I'm doing. Everybody keeps saying, when you going to cut all the trees? I am not going to cut my trees down. And my main goal was, something to leave behind to give my kids and my grandkids a head start. But as far as like me, I pray the Lord that I have many more years here on this rock. But realistically speaking, it's going to be something else. Callie Homestead and Huber said, it's very hard and I do a lot myself. It takes me some time, but I get it done. And you are right. It's a lot, but the rewards are far outweigh the pain and the strain. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You are right. Antonio says, what are your thoughts on hiring help, manual labor, to lessen the load and buy back some energy? Boy, Antonio, man, I like you, man. You hit me with some good stuff. That is an excellent question. And that can be taken two different ways. I'm gonna give you my spiel on that. Everybody, his question is, what are your thoughts on hiring manual help and labor to lessen the load and buy back some of your time and energy? I would love it. I would love it. And I can do that because I got a bunch of big piles of junk that need to be taken out. Here's my dilemma, brother. I don't want nobody being on my land. I necessarily don't even want nobody there to build my house. I just want people to stay away and just don't know where I am. My land is nestled. My land is not on any main roads or any, like, it's nestled back in the middle of like nothingness. And I feel every time, even a cat to come on my land, I feel like I'm being intruded. I feel violated, you know. So you're right about that, hiring out help. And it's several things that I want done. And I know it's not realistic what I'm saying, but it's just how I feel. You know, I'm letting my feelings get in the way of reality, which is I don't want nobody there. Hell, my daughter and her fiance was just a mile away. I don't want them there, bugging me. When I'm there, I feel like, man, I'd rather just do it myself and take my time because I just don't want nobody back there. I don't want nobody. Hey, you lose a dog, man, keep the dog. Hey, one of your chickens in my yard, eat the sucker. Just leave me alone. Maybe it's my age getting to me, but I'm at a point. Leave me alone. you know, that's just how I am now. I don't know. But your question is awesome. For everybody else, I do suggest hire out. If you got the money, hire out the help. It'll go faster and smoother for you. If you can do it, absolutely. But right now, at this point in time, I just don't want to be bothered with nobody, man. Thank you. That was an excellent question. That really woke me up. Let me see. There you go. Somebody just said it. Say about hiring help. In my case, it would be privacy. I wouldn't want anyone to know what, and that's the thing. See, that's the other part about living in a situation like this is there is really no, I mean, you can call the police. I'm gonna tell you what, the police will have a problem. The police will have a problem, number one, finding me. Then the police, once they kind of figure out how to get to my land because I got a situation or emergency, you know, now where is he on all of this acreage? That's the problem. And I just don't want nobody back knowing, and the stuff that's back there, the things you have, people will come back there and look like, oh yeah, okay. Okay. They know the police can't come like that. They know it's, you gotta, this is a crazy human game of cat and mouse trying to find somebody that robbed you. In the city, it ain't a whole bunch better. But in the country, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, that brings me to another point that we gonna hit on. I have I got 4 birds missing. I got 4 birds missing. I'm gonna hit y'all with this. It's gonna be a little weird, so bear with me. Every time a bird is eaten or destroyed on my land somewhere, I can find it. I find traces because one thing animals do, when a fox or a coyote or a raccoon or a possum attacks your birds, they always leave plenty of clues that your bird is not breathing anymore. Right? Well, I went on a search the other day looking for my birds because y'all remember I was live and I said some of them came back, but the rest of them didn't. Turk Cobain never came back. It was weird. All of my most beautiful, healthiest birds are gone. Ain't that strange? My two of my prized birds, one of the most beautiful little, they're all buffs. They're all buff Orpingtons of one way or another. I got a gold lace Wyandotte and my turkey. They're all gone without a trace. No blood, no feathers, no heads left behind, tore off, nothing. So I got neighbors acres away from me. And I know my birds, they wander off and they be in the woods and everything. And of course, my woods gonna butt up to somebody else's woods, right? So I went hunting out looking for my birds the other day. I've done it twice because I actually went through my woods the other day looking for my birds, looking for feathers, looking for blood, looking for traces. Nothing. I got cameras all over my land. I got cameras all over my land. And of course, I'm not, the reason I don't show you all my camera footage, I'm not going to show you where all my cameras at. But nothing happened to my birds nowhere on my cameras. I find that odd. So what I'm saying to you is once people start thieving, you got a problem. So I'm not pointing no fingers just yet, but my birds is too stupid not to come home. And they too smart to get ate. I'm telling you, they're too smart to be eaten. They've been living out there for over a year. They're too smart to be eaten. I've watched them on cameras and I've watched them deter predators. That's a whole nother story. So anyway, let's get back to the story. No, electrical fence. We can talk about fencing too. I said I was going to do a video about fencing. Man, fencing ain't nothing but a imaginary line to say who land belong to who. That fence ain't going to keep animals in and it ain't going to keep animals out. It ain't going to keep thieves in and thieves out. All a fence is a waste of money. It's a tangible property line, if you ask me. And you can't put an electrical fence anywhere. Your laws might be different in your area, so please don't go telling everybody to go buy electrical fence. You go buy electrical fence and it's against the law in your county or city, you gonna end up in jail if somebody get hurt, or somebody animal get hurt for that matter. You end up in jail if somebody dog gets zapped. Like you just can't go out and set bear traps everywhere, right? Because that could stop everything. If I went out there and set up a whole bunch of conibears bears all over the place like Tom and Jerry, these traps, okay? If you went out and set a bunch of them, which I do have, it popped the wrong person on the wrong thing, you might go to jail. Hey, Unbiased LLC. Let me see. Humble Pride Homestead. How you doing, my brother? Said thanks for helping those who lack the understanding of off-grid living. Been totally off-grid for about 2 years. The stories I can tell. Keep pushing. Love the channel, man, brother. You already know, man. Thank you for the super chat. And if you've been off-grid for 2 years, you know. I just don't want nobody to. I don't want nobody to get. I know. Okay, here I can make. And again, let me touch on this. So my friend told me to set out traps, can't do it legally. Exactly. Okay, this is what I want to get across, and the reason I'm doing this video. I don't want you to see my video and see my smiles and my jokes and my grins and lack of sweat at times to ever misguide you into thinking that this is nothing. I I was thinking that. I was watching a few of my own videos, I don't know, just reading back on the comments. I do that from time to time. And I just looked like I was having so much fun. I looked like I was having so much fun. And it was one particular video that I was so tired. I was so tired. I think it was one of those videos where I'm joking around, I'm cutting up. I'm like, I'm off the chain cutting up. I even made myself laugh. You know when I start cutting up the worst? My mother used to tell me this. My wife even too. When I start getting tired, when I'm tired, I'm cutting up. I'm about to cut up. I'm about to unwind and I'm gonna let loose. And let me tell you, I was exhausted that day. I want people to know, and I wish I could just leave a camera running so you could see the behind the scenes of all these beautiful edited videos, and you actually see me having to defend myself from predators or uh, here's one. Oh my God, get this. Stray dogs. We always talk about us, all us homesteaders, and we always talk about wolves, bobcats, bears, coyote, fox, skunk, all this stuff, right? Family. Them ain't the ones to be getting on my nerves. Them ain't the ones to be getting on my nerves. One aspect that followed me from the city is stray dogs. Stray dogs just ain't in the city limits. Stray dogs is in the country too. Stray dogs is in rural areas too. So I want to put this into perspective. What do people, there is such an overpopulation of pets, right? Where people keep having puppies and they take those puppies and they don't just take them to the wherever puppies go, to the dog pound or whatever. They drop them puppies off on the side of the road, or they take those kittens and leave them on the side of the road. And that's a lot of, or you might have, I'm not going to get into that this very minute about people. Y'all remind me about the people that don't take care of their pets, because I'm going to go in on that. Remind me of the people that don't take care of their pets. People come and drive by and dump their unwanted animals, pets, or whatever, or livestock on the side of the road. So the funny thing about that, those animals still have in their DNA genetics for them to survive out here in the middle of nowhere. They don't need us to take care of them. They are animals. That's why when people be like, "Oh, Led, is that your baby?" No, this is a dog. Because if you leave a baby out here, Tarzan was a movie. I'm just putting that out there for you. Tarzan was a movie. If you put a baby out there in the woods, okay, you already know. Tarzan was a movie for those that don't know. That's fake, fantasy, false. Okay. Now, I'm about to go in. Let me see here. Let me see. Say 3-year subscriber and prepping for 8. It's crazy how people I try to pass the information on to, and they think you're crazy. How uninterested they are in being self-sufficient, being prepared. Thanks, Led. Hey, listen, you know what? True finesse. I stopped. I stopped. I minimized that because I what I have to put through my head is, man, some people ain't supposed to make it. And that's the only thing. It's frustrating for people like us. But sometimes you got to be like, man, everybody ain't supposed to make it in the first place. And that's not my rule, not my law. So stop trying to convince people that's not supposed to be convinced. They're not even supposed to. So you're wasting time. So I have to keep that in my head. Um, this world, is delusional. And it's hard for me to swallow, but it's the truth. This is I hate to keep bringing up this movie, but damn, it was such a perfect movie. The movie is perfect, y'all. Let me tell you something about the times we live in to this very day. I know y'all get sick of hearing preppers talk about this movie, but it's just the damn truth. It is actually a perfect depiction of us now. The Matrix. I know y'all tired of hearing that cliche. The word, oh, we caught in the Matrix. Damn it, but we are. We are so blind. We are in love with fantasies. We're in love with fantasy. We're in love with fake stuff. That's why the man goes to the um gentleman's club. He wants a fantasy. He don't want a wife at the house cooking dinner, taking care of the kids, but she don't look like she from outer space. He wants a fantasy. That's why the ladies go down there and go to ladies' night and ladies' trips, because they want a fantasy. You don't want no fat old belly man at the house with his stinking feet up and picking his toenails while he eating on a piece of chicken. You don't want to see that. But the funny thing is, that's reality. We Here's the funny part to me about what I just said. We go out and spend tons and tons of money on fantasy. But the fantasies wish they were us. That girl up there dancing around that pole. You know why she dancing around that pole? The true reason she up there dancing around that pole. It ain't what y'all think. Everybody, the first thing you gonna think is she dancing around uh that pole for money. That ain't it, really. She really hoping, of course she need to get paid tonight, but she really hoping to find a husband, somebody to look past this thing she doing and find a husband that can give her money so she don't got to do that. So the woman that needs to do the girls trip to get away from the fat belly man picking his toes eating the chicken bone, that woman on the stage wish she was you. She wish she had a fat belly man picking his toes and eating a chicken bone because she just cooked him a good meal. She wish she was you. And vice versa for the guys. Vice versa. We live in a fantasy of, you know, it's nothing wrong with every blue moon stepping outside yourself, have a little fun. That is not what I'm saying before anybody get offended of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have made the fantasy the norm. So anything real is disgusting to us. Did I say that? I didn't mean to say it out my mouth. It was supposed to stay in my head, but since it's out, we literally We stay in fantasy so long that when you come out into reality, you're disgusted, you're depressed. You know, it's, we're screwed up. I mean, we're so caught up in this mess, and I'm gonna get off of this. We're so caught up in this garbage that we really think living like this, in like in the city with other people on top of us, we think this is the right thing to do. We think this is what we really want. This is the American dream. That's what we think. And it's the bad part is so many good people out there missing out on a good life because they just too real for the I mean, they're missing out on because they caught up in the fantasy. And my other part was everybody is out there looking for that perfect guy or that perfect girl or that perfect home, and you don't even realize you missing it. You missing it. You walk right past him. He don't look like the dude you saw on television. And that dude on television got on a pound of makeup, fake muscle shirt, and everything. They got shirts and clothes, man. They got them silicone. Did everybody saw the 300? They airbrushed them dudes' abs on. I couldn't even recognize half the dudes when they was getting interviewed on some of these shows because I'm like, damn, is that can't be the dude on 300? They airbrushing muscles on people, son. And that's what the ladies go out and try to look for. It don't even realize. Have everybody seen the dude from the 300 now? Okay, he looked like me. And he damn near looked like that back then. they just they hooked him up with all the graphics and the editing and the airbrushing. We are fooled by fantasy, man. We're killing ourselves for fantasy, actually. So I don't want to stay on that. I just really want to. The best money I've ever spent is being real. Being real is the best money I ever spent. True story. Once you find out who you are for real, I'm not talking about 2024 stuff. I'm talking about once you find out and realize, man, all of this is fake. Once you realize that, like all of this is it was all a dream. Once you start realizing this is all a big ass joke. Have you ever been pranked? Have you ever been pranked? And so such and such fell in the pool. We gotta hurry up. Call the police. Oh, what? Huh? And then they say, ha ha ha, I got you. Right? We had you fooled. You really thought such and such fell in the pool. Your heart is thumping, and you feel like number one, that wasn't funny. Number two, you're angry, but you glad it wasn't real, right? That's when somebody pull a prank on you and you find out, you're angry because you want to hurt somebody, but at the same time you're glad that wasn't real. That's where I am right now. Once you start figuring out all of this is just a big ass prank, it's like a joke being pulled on you every day. And you're the only one that ain't hip to the joke. You're the only one that don't know that this is a joke. So you going on about your everyday life, going to your real job and doing your real stuff, and you're not going to realize that this is a big joke and this is a big prank until it's too late. Every now and then you got to use your freaking brain to be like, This is weird. Huh. Why is the door to the house halfway cocked open with a bucket over top of it full of chitlin juice? You got to use your mind. You got to start looking like, that's weird. I don't remember leaving the house door open. That bucket of chitlin juice is drawing flies. Wonder why that's like that. Once you start realizing it's stuff set here in place for you to fail or you to be the butt end of somebody else's jokes, this universe's joke, once you start paying attention, it's that feeling of anger that this world been pulling this joke on me, and the feeling of the sigh of relief that I'm glad it wasn't real and I still got time to get away from this. That feeling is how I feel right now. And some people call it woke or waking up or whatever. Call it what you want to, but I call it, man, coming to your senses and start realizing, man, ain't none of this real. So I'm taking steps. That's why I call it best money I ever spent. I'm taking steps to be more realistic. And it's hard. It's easy to fall for this okey doke garbage. It's so easy to fall in this. Listen, ladies. I'm gonna tell you, me, is no offense to nobody else. No offense to the people that I'm not talking about. Please bear with me. Ladies, I'm a married man, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this is from me. And I'll honestly, I think I can speak for a lot of gentlemen today. And it's nothing against the ladies that do. Listen, ladies, you're beautiful. You're beautiful, all of you. All of you. Y'all don't need that stuff on. You don't need it on you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. I'm telling you, man. So I walks through I'm telling you this all about. The reason I'm going here is because I'm talking about waking up and being realistic and loving who you are. That's the only way to get out of this damn matrix. If you keep on putting on a costume every day, you put yourself back in the matrix that you pray to get out of every day. Ain't nothing like a natural woman to me. Listen, no makeup, eyebrows uneven, one boob smaller than the other boob, one butt cheek bigger than the other butt cheek, a slight limp, some stretch marks from 2 kids, your belly button stick out too far, your daddy toe is longer than your wrist bone. Listen, me, love that. Love it. I just wish you loved it as much as I do. I wish you loved it as much as a lot of us fellas do. Love it. Because right off the bat, what I see is you. It's hard for us men to find you if we gotta remember back in the day. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Remember that? She popped out the cake. When I was a kid, that was a thing. The older people did. I didn't get it. But on older people's birthday back in the day, the sexy thing to do was have a woman pop out of a cake. So they had to bust this cake off of her scrape it off before they even knew who she was. And that's kind of where we are today. I'm a take you to a movie. And again, I'm not trying to offend anybody whatsoever. I just want you to know, under all of that makeup and hair and nails and jewels and teeth and clothes and all of that, man, you're beautiful. To the real men that count, you're beautiful. You understand? And until we start accepting one another as just being another beautiful human being, I wish we put that back into rotation, into the norm as afros, just just you, not no perms, not no none of that. Maybe it's just because that's how I grew up. And all the women that I saw, older women, younger women, everybody was just raw. And I guess I was around that so much that's what I found beautiful. You know, I think one of our problems is if we stop trying to be fake to ourselves, that we could actually start figuring out how they got us tricked. That's how, think about it. They got you tricked so much, they got you spending your hard earned money every week. Listen to me, bear with me, please, because I don't want to offend nobody. I just want to put it into reality, because that's what we're talking about. You go to work every day. You spend your hard-earned money. You go to a store that don't belong to us. You go to a store where none of the money that's being made in that store is going to do anything for your community, your society, your neighborhood, your people, nothing. You go spend all your hard-earned money in there to buy your hair, your nails, your eyelashes, eyebrows, all this, right? Just to try to fake out a man into thinking that you're so beautiful and you're so desirable that you are the one he should seek out. Did you hear? You missed the main word I said. You tricked him. But then you get mad at him because he left. Again, let's go back to the beginning of this conversation when I told you everybody's in love with a fantasy. What you went in there and purchased out those people's store was a fantasy. You're selling this gentleman a fantasy. He's on the market for a fantasy. And this is the part I want you to understand, just in case you don't. Every fantasy ends. The club closes at 2 a.m. Those ladies dancing on that stage go home. Those gentlemen finish their beer, get an Uber, and go home. The fantasy stops until next Friday. Okay, there is nothing different. Nothing. The fantasy stops. So once he wakes up next to you, you done cooked him some French toast because your recipe can't be beat. You cooked him French toast, scrambled eggs with cheese in them boys, onions. You got them piggy sausages ready, some biscuits. You don't never make no biscuits. You got this man biscuits, piggy sauce, all this, right? Orange juice. And when you get done cooking him some breakfast, you don't know he done came out and seen you around the corner, and he putting this shirt on. You like, where you going? You ain't want no breakfast? I got you some breakfast. Yeah. I kind of got to work today, and cause you early this morning you ain't your hair. He woke up next to your wig. He went in the bathroom to pee, and that's where your eyelashes and your color contacts and your eyeliner pencil was. Then he looked up on the shower curtain rod and seen your real drugs. I'm sorry. He's seen your bloomers. That's what my mom used to call them. He's seen your bloomers. He don't know that you don't wear thongs each and every single day like it's something to be doing. He don't. You sold him the fantasy. He don't even understand big draws like bloomers. He don't even understand them. Like, why is there so much material on these draws? And why is they hanging from the shower curtain? You don't know none of that. You don't know none of that. He freaked out. So he wakes up. He wakes up and he kind of startled because he thinks that you done shed your skin. It ain't that he ain't have a good time, and it ain't that he don't like you. But he also believe in them reptilians. People keep talking about them reptilians and stuff, you know. and they be like mind melting us and stuff like. So he wake up next to your wig, your color contacts, your eyelashes, eyebrows, and he he don't know who you are. So he's more freaked out than anything. He definitely ain't gonna eat your French toast. I just ain't nothing wrong if you like doing it. But you can't expect real things to happen. You can't expect real things to happen when everything that you're wearing is not real. You just can't. That and the reason why I'm talking to ladies because I'm a man and I'm only talking about what I know from my perspective. I'm giving you not a man's perspective. I'm giving you mine. I'm not going to speak for all men. I am telling you, you are beautiful. If don't no other man out there tell you that, I'm telling you. If you put on all that stuff, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're putting on tackle. You understand? It's like going fishing out here in this muddy water. Think about it. I want you to listen close to this. Out here in this muddy water, on a muddy water day, every fisherman knows this. I need to get something as loud, as bright, as sparkly as I can get to attract the catfish. Because you ain't going to get nothing else. You ain't going to get no brim. You ain't going to get no bass. You ain't going to get none of that. You're going to get that muddy catfish. I need to be as loud and I need to be as bright and colorful to cut through this mud. Remember, you in muddy water. Stick with me. I'm going somewhere with this. You in muddy water. So the only thing you're going to get in this muddy water is an old, funky, old, slimy, old catfish. Dig what I'm saying. Now listen here. What is that shiny lure? That shiny lure is the extra makeup, the eyelashes and hair. That's the lure. But you got to realize you loud and obnoxious when you get out the car. Your hair is big and bright. Your makeup is bright. Your jewelry is bright. And all you attracting, you only going to attract something in muddy water. The muddy water is in a bad area. That muddy water is a bad area. So the only thing you're going to attract in that bad area, that muddy water, that hood situation, is old, slimy old catfish. Don't want to have nothing to do with you. And you got to be careful, those slimy old catfish. They got barbs. And if one of them things poke you, you're going to be itching for weeks. You missed it. You missed it. All them catfish got old, bony, old, thorny, old spine. And if they poke you with it, you're going to be itching for weeks. If you get that, you get it. If you don't, ask somebody else in the classroom for it. Okay. But I'm telling you, if you go to clear water, a decent area where you know decent folks hang out, that's clear water. You know what? You can catch one of them on a little piece of corn. That little piece of corn or a little piece of bread on the hook. That's you. That's the real you. Just a piece of corn. You can catch bass, brim, sunfish, bluegill. You can catch all the keepers just on the little stuff. You put on little makeup, a little lip gloss or something. I I'm just telling you. The only reason I'm saying this, I ain't snapping on nobody that you wear that those items I discussed. I'm just telling you, damn it, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. And I think, and I know I'm gonna get some heat for this, but I think somebody need to tell y'all. Because every video I see, every rapper, entertainer, they're encouraging you to put on all this stuff because what they are telling you is you can be with me if you got all this stuff on. If you got us all this hair and nails and stuff, you can be with me, this NBA player, this NFL player, this rap star. You can be with me if you got on all this shit. The only problem with that is you can't keep this stuff on for good, man. Listen, I've been married for over 30 something years here. I know what she looked like when she put it on. She put on for a city. Okay. Lady Laird put on for the city now. But I know what she looked like when she get home. When we come back home from Chicago and we come back home from Florida, I know what she looked like. Okay. And it ain't what y'all be seeing on this camera. I love that. That's the part I love the most. I love real women. I'm gonna tell. Can I tell you a quick story? This is a true story. It was so true, so real that I came home and told my wife. I was going into the store the other day, and I seen a woman. I know this sounds crazy, but I seen a woman, and I hope she's watching me right now. I don't know if she watched me or not, but I hope she's watching me. If she watches me, she gonna know I'm talking about her. She had on this green kind of like girly suit jacket, kind of, right? I don't know what you call them, little blazer or whatever. And she had on this like light green, uh, like silky type of shirt, and she had on some black pants and like some green and black shoes. Everything was almost like chocolate mint, like cookies and cream mint, something like that. And you ask yourself, Leah, why did you know so much about this woman? Why is you staring at her like that where you can even remember what she had on? It's a reason. I told my wife, I talked to my wife about this. When I seen her, she caught my eye. Out of all these women in this parking lot, beautiful day, she caught my eye. Not because she had a big old badunkadunk, not because she had some crazy knocks, nothing. No big loud hairdo, no. She had short hair, and it was kind of like gold. Like, I don't know if it was dye or not, but it was simple. It was simple, right? No makeup, No, trust me. We ladies, we know. Okay, we do know. No makeup, nothing. She made me smile and I said, "How you doing today?" She said, "How you doing?" She went in the store as I'm coming out. I remembered that. What did I remember about her? Was she just drop dead gorgeous, Halle Berry, Kelly Rowland? No, nope. She was beautiful in her own way. And what caught my eye was she may have been the first woman besides my own wife, or she may have been the only woman besides my whole wife that I saw that entire day that was just normal. No, no long, I'm coming to get you nails, nothing. She just was just normal. And I remember thinking how rare that is to me. It was so rare that it was beautiful. It was so rare that it was beautiful. And I told my wife how much I loved her. And I told her how much I appreciate her because I know how influential putting all that stuff on is. I know that people must look at her crazy because she don't got all this stuff on, this makeup and all this stuff. So I know that's a battle that you got to deal with in your own world. Women, just like us fellas, we got our own battles too. But to be that real and raw on an everyday basis, man, that's everything to me. So if don't nobody else tell you, Lead Farmer 73 is telling you right now, ladies, you beautiful. You are one of them. I know, but I'm gonna get some heat for this. You are one of our only ways out of this matrix. Fellas is about to get mad at me. I know. Fellas, don't be mad at me because I'm going to tell you, you would not be sagging your pants if women thought that that was trash. The only reason we do that is because the ladies accept it. The only reason we keep putting tattoos on our freaking face is because somebody is telling you that that's cute. If ladies stop telling you something is cute, us fellas stop it. True story. If a woman's tell you, if all women start saying sagging your pants is disgusting and get away from me, and no, you ain't getting none, we will stop. We will stop. So fellas, don't be mad at me, but I'm about to say it. Man, they hold a lot of power in this situation we in, and if we keep treating them dirty, man, we're doomed. And everybody keep thinking of different ways to get out of this matrix. And all I do is think. And I've been thinking, we keep looking over one of the major ways to get out of this situation that they got us in. Back when they brought us over to this rock, they did everything in their power to keep us apart. They broke a lot of men and they kept a lot of women away from the men. Why did they do that? Out of all the stuff they could have did, they broke the men and they kept the women away from the man. Why did they do that? Because us together can take down an empire. They knew that. The same reason they didn't want us to read. Think about how powerful that is. The same reason they didn't want us to read or know how to read or learn to read and write is the same reason they kept us apart. And they're still keeping us apart to this very freaking day. We give you some food stamps, but he can't be in the house. We give you $200 in cash and $400 in food stamps, but he can't be nowhere around. Did he pay child support? He didn't pay child support. We're taking him to jail. It's a reason for this. Because they know knowledge is power. They know a man and a woman together with knowledge can destroy evil empires. Why do you think they still do this same stuff to this very day? They break the men. They promote broken men. And they keep the woman and the man separated. Because it's a formula that's been working for 400 years. Why add a new ingredient to it and rat-tat-tooey? It works perfect. So if they can do anything to keep us apart, they know they got us by the grapes. They'll squeeze them into juice. You hear me? When they know they got you by the grapes, they'll squeeze that thing down into juice. They ain't gonna never turn it loose. That's why I think if we figure out how to get ourselves back together, man, we can destroy evil empires, man. I'm telling you. I just came here to be realistic with y'all, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of backhand slaps for it. I'm just tired of all the fake shit I see every day. That's all. I needed a dose of realism. That's why I'm talking about it. I always see girls and women out here so beautiful and they got all this stuff on. I just shake my head like, man, all that's gonna do is push your hairline back to here, where your hairline gonna look like mine in about 4 years. And then all that stuff you cake on your face is gonna have you gonna have more doggone stubble and beard bumps on you than I am. All that cake don't make up in your pores ain't gonna do nothing but just rip your face off. Had you looking like me. But they sell it to you. And the bad part is they don't just sell it to you, it's expensive. You would think that they already got you by the grapes by selling you this garbage to put on your face. Nah, they took it a step further and they made it expensive for y'all to go put that garbage on your face. You know what it reminds me of? Going fishing again. It reminds me of, I can't make this up. This is a true story. I used to have this pole I used to love. My best friend know all about this fishing pole, Big Red. This fishing pole I found in a lake fishing with another pole, and I pulled this pole out the water. This pole was my favorite pole for years, And I'll be honest with you, never needed no real tackle on this thing. I never really put nothing on it. One day, oh, by the way, I caught crazy fish with this pole. The only reason it's not in my possession to this day, it got stolen out of my garage back in Toledo. One day, I go get this pole, and I take the normal lure off of it. Did I catch everything on? Just a little wiggler, old cheap wiggler. I had got this good job, so I feel now that I got this good job, I can afford all of the tackle, the shiny jingling wiggly jigglies that I see on the fishing channel. So I call myself doing something. Me and my friend go to the fishing store and I have never done this before till that day. Back then, $20 for a lure was a lot of money back then. I buy this $20. I think I still got it to this day. I think I do. It got BBs inside of it. It's silver. It looked like it got speckles of like metal flake in it. All this bullshit. It got 2 or 3 different hooks on the belly. It got eyeballs. It looked like a real fish, and the mouth is open like this. And it just, when you move through the water, it's like this. And it's like, I said, ooh, oh, I'm gonna catch everything in the lake on that boy. My friend teases me to this very day, because as expensive as that lure was, as much money as I spent on that lure, I have never in a million years caught anything on it. That pole got stolen, and I never caught nothing on that damn lure. I went back to the plain old little black wiggly squiggly worm. Hit him, brim, sunfish, catfish, bass, big mouth, small mouth, knocking them out on a little jiggly wiggly worm. I have tried that sparkly, bright, loud lure all over the years. Now I'm gonna dig it out and I'm gonna show it to y'all. If I could find it at this very minute, I'll go get it. Never caught nothing on it, but it probably hooked me in the finger a few times. That's us. The louder, the brighter, and the shinier we are, what do you think you're going to catch besides seaweed at the bottom of the doggone pond? You ain't going to catch nothing with all that bullshit. You ain't. You ain't going to do it. If you catch something that's temporary, it's a throwback. Everything you catch with all that fake, loud, bright bullshit, it's a throwback. It's going to be that catfish, remember? I'm just tired of the fake stuff, man. Fake people, fake stuff on fake people. You don't know what's what no more. And it's all because we caught up in this matrix. And I feel one of the solutions is, once we all be realistic and be real with who we was put here to be, this is who you really are. Cut it out. Once we really get into that, we can tear down empires. Because once we stop being fake, we'll attract one another to one another. Even if you ain't attracted to a person facing their outerly, you know what you attracted to? Their strengths, their power, their knowledge. That's some sexy shit. You hear me? We too busy looking at this freaking clown face, but you'll never know the real knowledge and how deep a person can be. And you really in love, you never figure out you in love with a mask. You in love with a costume. Costumes come off at night. If you go on a date and you ain't got on, fellas too, you ain't got on all that garbage, you get the first part of your conversation is, where did you get your hair from? Where did you get them nails? How much did them teeth cost? Is them veneers? Man, look, where is this your car? Is this your friend car? Who got you them rims? That first hour of your conversation meeting somebody is trying to figure out how fake somebody is. I've been out the game a long time, but listening to my daughter and my children, it hasn't changed much. The first hour of a dinner conversation for anybody these days is trying to figure out this prank that you're trying to pull on me. Are you lying? Are you a liar? The first hour of a dinner date. And then who's paying the bill after that? I don't think it's changed much, man. Watching my children, watching friends and family, I don't think it's changed much. The first hour is trying to figure out, are you a liar? Are you trying to trick me? What's under that wig? Let's start this dinner date with that. Let's start the dinner date with that. Can I see up under your wig? I won't be able to stop looking up at it like this. You know how ladies be like, what you looking at all up here? Look, I'm up here. You ain't got to worry about that for me. I don't care. I don't care how big they is. I can't stop looking up like this. It's something in there. Wait a minute. She went to the restroom and the part was on this side. And she came back and it had boogied over to this side. Is that the same wig? It looked like she got something up there, some cash or something. And you know how you look at somebody's face and be like, hey, you got a little something. You got a little something right here. You might want to, yeah. You be like this. You might want to. You might want to tighten that down a little bit. Yeah. Want me to get it for you? No, you don't want me to get it for you? Because no, you're doing it wrong. Just here. Let me help you. There you go. You good. You know? Come on, man. I'm trying to figure out what are we doing? Where are we going with this, man? And where does it stop? When is the end? When can I pull the cord so they have to let me off this train? I'm done. I'm sorry for holding y'all up with the nonsense. Kizzy said men wearing yes, said two said fake dreads, fake fades, painted on fades. You know, listen, let me tell you something. I never thought I'd go bald. You see this crop circle? I call that a crop circle right there. Because you know, them aliens come down and they leave a crop circle in a field of dreams, right? And then like people disappear. People disappears right here, right? Y'all know all about them aliens. Come down, drop into the farmer's field, leave a whole bunch of crop circles, and people and animals disappear right about here. So this is my crop circle. You know what? I wear that sucker like a badge of honor. Because it came down and just disappeared all my hair off. I wear it like a badge of honor. I ain't trying to hide it. I ain't trying to put no, one of these on. Nothing, man. I'm rocking this boy till the wheels fall off, to the last thread of hair. I don't even care if I got one of them Jean-Luc Picards on Star Trek. I'll keep him faded and crisp. But I'm rocking him till the wheels fall off. Because I'm proud of who I am, man. I love me. And I'm flawed like a... I'm flawed. Lord knows I'm flawed. I know I'm flawed. I wake up and I have to wipe my own rump on my own. I know what I do every day. I know I'm flawed all over the place. But damn it, I love me. And I'm not about to put on no fake shit for nobody to make you think a certain way of me. Because if I have to dress up to make you think a certain way of me, I'm not showing you me. I'm making you think I'm this costume. That's it. I'm trying to trick you into thinking I'm freaking Batman when I'm not. That Bruce Wayne Superman with the curly Q and the glasses, that's television. That's the big screen. FYI, Clark Kent, just because you put on some glasses, we know you Superman. Them Randy Jackson frames did Superman wear? Them Randy Jackson frames that Superman wear is not. We know who you is, dude. You ain't got to go behind the building and take your glasses off. Dude, we knew already. We just wanted to see you go around that building so we could record you. That's what the world we living in right now. We know that's you. People leave out of their houses every day pretending to be people that they're not. And they think, look, here. Every person on the planet that smoke herb, I got one for you. Because this compares. Every person that I know blow the chronic. Every single person I know in my life that smokes the chronic. They think you don't know that they were smoking. Everybody that smokes got some little weird contraption to be like this. Everybody that smoke, tell me I'm wrong when I'm right. Everybody that smoke think everybody else on the planet don't know that they smoke. They think they got the whole world fooled. The police pull them over and they be like this. Evening, officer. Can I help you? There a problem, officer? The first question the officer said, is there any marijuana in the car? See, why y'all stopping me on some bullshit, man? What kind of question is that to ask me, a hardworking man, citizen paying taxes every day? Man, get out the car. He can smell you 5 cars back. I smell marijuana, and you don't smell nothing. You don't smell. Nah, I don't know what you're smelling. You might be smelling your upper lip, but you ain't smelling nothing in this car. You smell these donuts. You don't smell nothing in here. People that smoke, and you got friends that smoke. Am I lying? You got friends that smoke. They don't think you can smell them. They think it's like some kind of nose invisibility cloak that they have. No, hey, FYI, smokers, we smell you. All of us do. Even if you just hit it once. Hey, even if you never hit it, but you was in the car with the dude that hit it. We smell y'all. We smell what the rock is cooking. Okay, that is no different. The reason I put that, because all of us we can relate. All of us can relate to that. So it's no different when you put on a costume and come out of the house and you're pretending to be something or somebody that you're not. We know. I don't give a damn how good that you are at the character. We gonna know it's certain subtle flaws. For instance, there's a Michael Jackson lookalike on social media. Everybody's seen him. He real tall, and I think he Hispanic, I believe. And he was just born. He was born looking like Michael Jackson, right? Now I'm talking about the late Michael Jackson, not the early 70s Michael Jackson or the 80s Michael Jackson. He was born looking like the last Michael Jackson we all know. He was born looking like that. I don't know why anybody would want to take pride in that at all, but he looks like that, right? His whole spiel is to imitate Michael Jackson in every move he does, try to sing his songs and everything. He really looks like Mike. He really does, right? And if you look at him real quick, you're like, damn, that is Mike. Until they interview him and he sound like he on Telemundo Oh, it's Michael Jackson. Hey, can I take a picture with you, Mike? All about us. What's that? I, I heard him for the first time. Almost spit out my tears. even even when he tried to have a soft voice like Mike, he sound like this. Cut it out. So then when he do the Michael Jackson moves, he got the choreography down, but everybody know that there are almost DNA type things that you'll never be able to do no matter how good you are at trying to be Michael Jackson. It's certain things only he could do, just like Prince, just like you, just like me. It's certain things you can't do like me. I don't give a damn how good you are at imitating me, right? Well, and that makes you turn your head a little bit like, if he shut up and don't let out this Telemundo voice and do a few moves, you kind of, something ain't right about this mic. This mic must be the mic after 2020. He must have got sick. Something ain't right about his moves, right? They ain't crisp. He look a little tired or something. Okay. My point exactly. No matter how good you are at being your character, it's always going to be a flaw that everybody can see. Like, how many times you ever watch a movie and what they do to Batman? Batman got to keep turning his face, and he got to talk with the Batman voice. They made Batman just start talking like this. Tell me the truth. You know why they made Batman voice like that? Because after a while, everybody was like, "It's just a man in that suit. He ain't no monster." That kind of looked like Bruce Wayne nose. No, it don't. It's not Bruce Wayne's nose. Yeah. And every time we see you leaving in the back car, you start heading towards the Wayne Manor. No, I don't. I drive for Uber. Bullshit. We know. I'm here to tell you tonight, I love you. I think you're beautiful. Be yourself. Start being yourself. And once you start being yourself, you're going to find yourself. And once you find yourself, somebody else going to find you. You out there looking for love. They going to find you. But until you stop being somebody's fantasy, you're going to always have to deal with this. Stop trying to be somebody's fantasy, somebody's fictional story, and start trying to be somebody's facts. They can't find you with this costume. You ever been to a costume party? I went to a costume party once. I couldn't find my wife for an hour. I was grabbing and groping up on the wrong woman. You know, I grabbed somebody's buns like, yeah. I had a couple shots. And she said, excuse me. Oh, my bad. I'm glad it was Chicago in the 90s and not Chicago now, because I grabbed it like, yeah. You know, I grabbed it with some gumption, some force, and some PSIs. I bit down on it with some PSIs, like, yeah. She turned around, excuse me. Oh, pardon me, ma'am. I'm sorry. I was looking for my wife. She's around here too. Wonder Woman costume. Sorry, sir. You know, you don't, because everybody right now looks just like Sexy Red and them. Everybody do. Everybody do. Back in the 80s, I remember going to a house party because that was a thing back then, just in case y'all don't know watching me. I used to go to house parties all the time, kick it. And there was a time when Michael Jackson was really, really famous. He had just did the moonwalk, just say a few months ago, right? Moonwalk was new to everybody. So right after the moonwalk on the stage doing the performance, everybody of all ages had that glove on. Everybody was like, you would be at the party like this. Everybody had the hat. Everybody had on a Thriller jacket. And everybody had on tight jeans and penny loafers with a penny in it. Am I lying? Anybody? Anybody can remember them days? Back in them days, everybody had the Michael Jackson hat, the glove, white socks, Thriller jacket, penny loafers with the penny in it. I don't care how fat you was, skinny, it didn't matter. You had them on. Funny thing about that time that I do remember, going into these new house parties, everybody looked like Michael Jackson. So if you came with a friend, you had to literally call his name because everybody was like this. Everybody was on a dance floor in the club. Wasn't no more hip hop and freaking. Everybody was grabbing their meat and potatoes and moonwalking all around the house. People carpets was tore up. I stopped doing house parties in that era because everybody carpets was tore up. Come do a house party in the Michael Jackson era, man, you better have hardwood floors or you in some trouble. So then came the kid and play days. Everybody had on MC Hammer pants, rayon shirts with polka dots, high top cockeye fades. I had one myself, and starter jackets and Air Force Ones or them Cortez, Nike Cortez. Remember them? You didn't know who the hell nobody was. Everybody just looked like you come in the party and it's lights blinking. Ooch, 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 ooch. House music was popular. You coming out, ooch, 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 lights blinking, and everybody just looked like a damn abstract painting. You come in the front door of a house party and you did this. I see where they were going with this. I can feel his emotion here in the living room. I can feel all of his pain here, right by the dining room next to the guy doing this. Ooch, 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 ooch. You could fake because everybody wanted to be kid and play. So you couldn't find people. It was hard to find people. The only person that you could find in the house party was the man selling the chronic. You could only find the chronic man, which made everybody in the whole party think that you don't smell them. Long story short, I just want to let everybody know before I go, I love you. If I don't ever say nothing else and this video shuts off or whatever happened, I want you to know that somebody out there love you just the way you are. Okay? No bad hat, hairy days, no wigs, no nails, no nothing. I like it. The scar from you falling off your bike in the 6th grade across your rib cage. I like that big mole to sit on the back of your back like a meatball. I like all that. You know, the missing tooth that you wish was. That's what I like about you. You know, I like that tooth missing because every time you say my real name, you kind of whistle like. My real name starts with an S, and every time you say my name, it just let me know you love me, you know? So I like your tooth missing. I don't want you to get it replaced. You understand? I like to smell your bad breath in the morning. Let us know we alive. You know? I like it when you get a little musty. You see, You done came from walking or jogging. That turns some folks on. Okay. Turns a little musty there. Okay. Armpits smell a little red onionish. You about to get in the shower right now? Right now? But before you go rinse all that off. Oh, you just coming from working out? Yeah, I smell you. Okay. Before you go rinse that off. Come on, let your boy real quick. Some people like it, but you will never find that out unless you just be yourself. Listen, man. I don't necessarily need you to smell like soap, like all the time. That's just me. I'm just saying I like to smell. You know what? I like to smell your skin. I like to smell you. Like, what do you smell like? You know, I don't want to smell your diamonds perfume. What do you smell like? I don't want to smell all of the feminine powders and stuff. What do you smell like? You understand? Let me, before you put on the barbecue sauce and the hot sauce, okay? Before you drench all this barbecue sauce and hot sauce on that thing, can I get a taste of see your recipe? Can I check your recipe before I drown it in barbecue sauce? I'm just saying. What I mean by that is, can we get it real first? And then say, that could use a little hot sauce. That could use a dash of salt or something. Something is missing. You know what I'm saying? Let us figure that out first. Don't bring no plate of food in front of somebody, or don't bring nobody in front of nobody, and it's already smothered in gravy. I hate that shit. Don't bring me food or people already smothered and swimming in gravy. I want to be in control of the gravy. I want to be the one to say, I just want a little gravy on the side, and I dip it as I see fit. That's how I do people. I want to see the real you. And if I feel you need a little something extra, I'm like, you might want to. Is this your eyebrow? Here. I got a Sharpie. Let me just help you draw that. Even that up. Okay, you good. Let me help before you come in here with all this. Oh man, let me see you. Let me get a little taste of who you are first. Okay? And that's how I feel folks do themselves, like food. What do y'all do? Y'all order a whole basket full of fries. Don't nobody, nobody order a whole basket full of fries and say, with ketchup. I like my women and I like my people like I like my fries. Man, bring me the basket full of fries and the bottle of ketchup on the side. So maybe I'm a dipper, right? Maybe I just want to dip the fry. Or maybe your damn fries so good they don't need no salt, they don't need no ketchup. I eat them right out the basket. Just saying. That's how I like people. I want to know who I'm talking to first. Thank you, Gina. Thank you for that. With that being said, y'all, I've been on here for way too long. But being real and doing real stuff the real way is the best money I ever spent. It's so hard to do it this way. Doggone it, I'm enjoying every step of the journey. So with that being said, I wish you loved you as much as I love you. I wish you loved yourself as much as I love you. I wish you loved yourself as much as everybody around you loves you. That's all. Laird Farmer 73. I love you, and I mean it, and I'm out.